Today I'm going to give you a really simple tip for how to deal with passive-aggressive people. So first of all, just to know that passive-aggressive behaviour is pretty much summarised by situations where someone has something they want to say, but they're not saying it directly. So they're using some kind of indirect route to express themselves. Sometimes it can be kind of seen as beating around the bush. Sometimes it can be humour or sarcasm, but essentially they're trying to convey a message and they're doing so in an indirect fashion. What you need to know about passive-aggressive behaviour is it's usually pretty unconscious. It's either a trait that they've got or a learned behaviour they've picked up, and it can be for two reasons. One, it can be a coping strategy because they don't know how to manage themselves, they don't know how to express themselves or deal with direct communication, or two, it can be a strategy for getting their way, getting the outcome that they want. Now, even if it's a strategy for getting what they want, that's not always done consciously. Sometimes, again, it's just an unconscious pattern that the person is playing. So you are more conscious, you are aware of this, so you just need to bring that understanding and that light to the situation, even if you're super frustrated with the way that you're being treated. Now, when passive-aggressive behaviour is pretty mild and it's not really causing a big problem, you might choose to respond to that behaviour with silence. You may just acknowledge within yourself that's them playing out their strategy or their coping mechanism, and I don't need to react to this. However, in some situations where passive-aggressive behaviour escalates and it's actually really unpleasant to be around and it's causing a difficulty in a relationship, or you feel like your boundaries are really being crossed, then you may need to step up and do something about it. So my tip, first of all, is to always do so calmly. You know, if you're following Pinch Me Living for a long time, we're all about bringing calm, self-aware energy to the situation. My tip, once you are in a calm state and you feel like someone's being passive-aggressive and they're indirectly trying to raise something with you, is this. If you know what they are trying to say and they just won't come out and say it, why don't you calmly state what you can see? So calmly say, it feels to me like what you're trying to say is this. Speak the words that they are unable to speak. If you don't know what they're trying to say, you can tell they're kind of indirectly trying to communicate something, but you're confused about what that message might be. You can actually ask them and say, it feels to me like you've got something you want to say to me, but I'm not really clear on what it is. It feels like there's something else going on here. You might say, it feels like there's something else going on here behind this humour, or it feels like there's something else going on here behind this sarcasm, or it feels like there's something else going on here behind whatever it is that's coming at you. You have to do that in a calm and genuinely compassionate way. If you do that with sarcasm back, or you do that with anger or frustration back, all you're going to do is push their buttons. They're going to just repeat the same passive-aggressive behaviour. So you have to be genuine, really genuine, open-hearted, that I feel like something's going on here and I just want to get to the bottom of it. If there's something that you want to say to me, please do say it to me now, and please just tell me what the issue is. If you're genuine in that way and you open the door, there's a possibility that the person may be direct with you and actually tell you what's going on, and then you can resolve it. So those three things: stay calm. If you know what they're saying but they're beating around the bush, just call them out on it and calmly, genuinely say, it seems like this is what you're trying to tell me. If you don't know, just open the door and ask, hey, there's something going on here. I know that you're trying to tell me something. Let's have an honest conversation about it. So those are a few tips for how to deal with passive-aggressive people. Remember, all people play out patterns, all people have habits, all people have challenges. You've got them. So if you're dealing with someone that's passive-aggressive, remember, you're not perfect yourself. You have to find compassion and empathy within yourself to be in the right state to be able to communicate with that person and to improve the situation. Go in with good energy, and that energy will help you to pave a way forward. I hope this has been useful. If it has, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're here on my social media, and I am looking forward to seeing you again soon for more daily inspiration with Bea.